Guys, in real estate, you never know what's going to happen. At the beginning of this year, I was, starting to look into, hey, developments, right? Where can I find something that has a bunch of lots grouped together rather than just hitting singles, here, there, this town, that town, etc. The first deal that I found was actually just a couple miles from the houses that we were building just north of me. The one where we had three in a row. If you guys are new and you haven't seen that stuff, go check it out. It's kind of further down my page or earlier on the channel. But anyway, it was a 21 lot townhouse subdivision. So there would have been 21 units. We would have had to put in approximately 1.5, 2 streets. It was a straight shot with a cul-de-sac on coming off one side. But anyway, I went and I threw an offer at the guy. He was asking almost 300 for it. I came in right at 200, and basically, we went back and forth a little bit. I was, trying to figure out the mechanics of the deal. The best way of going about this. I'd never, made an offer or done a deal or anything on something of that size, and basically, I sent an offer over to him. I think we were around 225 by the time I sent an offer over, and he was just sitting on the offer. I sat on it for about a week, and finally, I was like, "Hey, look," I told the broker, I was like, "Look, if this guy's not serious about it, that's fine. I'll pull my offer and keep on moving." To which we finally got a response, and he came back at basically his list price. And so at that point, he's like, "Hey, we got another offer in on this thing. I want your highest and best." So I did up my offer just a little bit. He kind of sent me some messages back, and finally I got to the point where I was like, "Look," I told the broker, "I'm not going to do a deal unless I can talk directly with the owner." So I was able to get in contact with the owner, talk directly with him, kind of start building a little bit of a relationship, rapport, and whatnot with him. And then I think it was like the next day he had sent me an email like, "Hey, got another offer, a little bit better than yours. What can you do?" And I kind of let the email sit for about 2 hours as I was just trying to think and process it in my brain, like, okay, how can I make this deal go the way that I want it to? So by the time I sent him an email back, he's like, "Hey, I accepted the other offer." It's like, "Okay, yeah, that's fine." I said, "Let me know if that offer doesn't close," because he's already had 3 different offers that they couldn't close. This guy actually took the property back because he was a lender on it to another real estate investor. So I was like, "Hey, you know what? That's cool. That's fine. Let me know if it doesn't work out. I might still be interested." And I went on my way, continuing to look at different deals. Ended up buying, the development that we're working on now, which is 20 lots, and those are single family houses with actually a lot better, margins and spreads in them. But anyway, I was just like, you know what? I was kind of wrapping up some other stuff, here in the office this afternoon, and I was just like, you know what? I should go check on that thing and see if it closed. And this is something that I recommend you guys do for basically everything. Whether you get the deal or don't get the deal, whatever, especially if you don't get the deal, always circle back, roughly 45 or 60 days later to see if the offer that was accepted over yours, see if it actually closed. Because a lot of times, I've seen this a lot of times now, it doesn't actually close. And so if it doesn't actually close, you want to be the guy who's there and the person that's at the forefront of their mind, when that deal kicks out. So I just pulled it up today just to see. I was like, okay, I want to see who bought this thing, because I actually rode by it and I didn't see a sign. So I was like, oh, it must have closed. So I wanted to go check out my competition, who it is, who closed on it, yada, yada, yada. Well, I pulled it up, and wouldn't you know it, right here as of yesterday, back to act. So, in other words, the other offer that this guy accepted that was higher than mine did not close. So that makes 4 offers now that he's gone through where he accepted them and they all fell out. You can probably guess this guy's getting a little bit sick of this property now. So, guess what's getting ready to happen? Any guesses? Yeah. This guy is getting ready to call him up and just be like, hey, how'd that deal go? Did it ever close? To which chances are the response is going to be, nope, it did not close. Oh, really? Man, that's terrible. Tell you what, I'll throw a number at him that's probably about half of what he's asking for it now. So in other words, my original offer, I'm going to be lower than that on this offer now. Now that I've seen that it kicked back out for a 4th time. I mean, the deal does have hair on it, okay? I know that. But now that I see that he's basically accepted 4 contracts and all 4 of them have fallen through, my next offer is going to be a lot lower than where I originally would have been. And we'll see if he bites. Who knows? Who knows? He might not. But we'll find out. And I will, of course, keep you updated when we see how this thing's going to go. Till then, peace out.